Want help to grow your business? Download BRiN, the world's first business advisor in your pocket. To find out more, visit BRiN.ai or search the App Store today.
Hello and welcome to Teach Me Tech. I'm your hostess, Laurel Gray, and I'm joined again by the fabulous Scott Gellatly.
Thank you, Laurel. Good to be here again.
Yay! We've got Scott back again for a very particular purpose, because today we're talking about how to get more out of Podio.
Right.
And Scott is the founder of a business called TrackZen, and he's one of the top 3 Podio experts in the entire world.
Thank you very much for that intro, Laurel.
Wow. So
It's
he's
quite
the
an
right
achievement
person to be here
to
with
talking
us.
about Podio. That's right.
You live it, you breathe it, you love it.
I do. I run my entire business on Podio. Literally everything that we do is based on the product.
Yeah. And can you tell us, why are you so passionate about Podio?
Well, I guess it comes back to some of the concepts we talked about in the first episode, taking your unique way of doing business and injecting it into a tool instead of just accepting what somebody else thinks you should do with your business to manage a project or do CRM. That's what I love most.
Yeah, it's pretty cool, I have to say.
Yeah.
I love the balance between sort of that left brain thinking and the right brained creativity that you get to have with Podio.
Yeah, that's right. It takes a little bit of creativity to think about how you might use it, but it has some very structured tools, and you've got to kind of think as a process to then go and set it up.
Yeah, beautiful. And I'm so excited because we're going to find out more about how to get all the features used in Podio. And specifically, here's what we're going to cover today. What else you can do with Podio? So project management, CRM, recruitment, HR, admin. What are Podio Webforms? How to set up a Podio web form? What are Podio Workflows? And I know that I'm really excited to find out about that part. How to set up a Podio workflow? Setting up a basic task assignment workflow. Sounds complicated. Creating a project from your CRM. Podio extensions, and finally, advanced workflows with something called Globiflow. And I know I asked about that in the first episode, so I'm excited to find out more.
Great.
All right, without further ado, I would love to get started on this episode.
Let's do it.
And I'm just going to kind of let you guide this one because it's really more advanced. And I know that Podio is a little bit esoteric. So do make sure that you go back and watch that first episode if you haven't already. Or make sure that you've at least used Podio before watching this episode so that you can really make the most of the content.
Yeah, and that's important. It can seem a little bit like a blank canvas. It's a little bit hard to know where to start. And that's where at the end of the last episode we talked about the App Store. That's kind of your starting point. Do you want to run projects? Do you want to do CRM? That's the first place to go.
Yep.
And it'll also help you answer, I guess, the first question in this segment, which is what else can you do with Podio? Because it really is a platform that you can set up your entire business on. So you might start with project management, you might move into CRM or your sales process, but really all of those little, processes in your business that you want to capture and work together on a team and have some workflow around, you can do. So things like HR and even your recruitment process particularly, very structured set of steps that you want to take a candidate through, collect some information about them, have a standard interview format. You can set all that up in Podio, and that's sort of similar for a lot of your HR things. But then a lot of your admin processes, all those little things you might have been using a spreadsheet on before, and I talked about an example with travel management, just systemizing how you do those little things in your business so that you can empower a team to help deliver for you. You can really set up the vast majority of the back end or the operational side of your business in Podio.
Oh, beautiful. Can I just clarify with you on something? I'm sure that there are people out there that are watching and thinking, oh, well, it sounds like it's kind of going to replace a lot of my other systems. But it's not, right? Like, it's not like you can kind of just say, all right, I'm going to go on Podio and then I don't need any other best of breed or individual applications.
No, that's right. It's going to be mixed based on your individual circumstance, and you're certainly not going to replace an accounting system like a Xero or a MYOB, which are absolutely critical to stay compliant and to make sure you get paid.
Yep.
But certainly you could replace a lot of the things that you're using to manage your team's work. So the task management, your chat or communication tool, your project management tool, your CRM, potentially some of your admin and HR things. You could, if you wanted to, replace them, or use Podio for one little bit that you really like and hook it up or integrate it with those other products. Totally fine.
Yeah, beautiful. And I could actually see how you would even start off with one bit of functionality in Podio, and then, if you've got all your different applications, just slowly start to migrate over time as you find a need for more advanced workflow.
I like to use that evolution concept. You don't need to work out your entire business processes and everything to get started. You just need to sign up for a free account, start using it for your projects or for your CRM, for instance. Start with that little area, and then as you start to understand those kind of esoteric concepts, because it is, it's a different way of thinking.
Isn't it?
It is. It's a different way of thinking, and as that starts to grow and your processes mature and you learn how you want to use it, it'll grow with you.
Yeah.
That's actually really important.
Wonderful. It
Cool.
sounds good, and I love your kind of ease and confidence, because this could be something that might be very intimidating for people watching to go back and implement, but just start small and rest assured that there are consultants and experts like Scott available in your country.
That's right.
To be able to help you walk through the setup process if you get stuck.
There's also stacks of training materials out there, and if you YouTube Podio, you'll find heaps of stuff, heaps of training materials and stuff online, and we've even got a heap of training materials on our sites as well, so all for free. Look it up on Facebook.
Oh, wonderful. Great. Is there anything else that you want to add about what else you can do with Podio?
Well, I want to give you guys an example of what we're going to set up with the workflows and the Webforms to kick you to sort of start your mindset.
Yep, perfect.
We're going to use a lead gen scenario, if you like. So capturing leads from a website, processing them or qualifying them and pushing them through our sales process. That's the example we're going to take today. So
cool. And I'm sure everyone can resonate with that example.
That's right. Yeah.
Beautiful.
Cool.
Take it away, Scott.
Alrighty.
Go to town.
Let's flick over to Podio itself. Now, for those that watched the last episode, you'll see this is our little basic agency project management system. And what we're going to do is just add an app to this. And we're going to create our own app.
Now, by app, you don't mean something that you are going to install on your iPhone.
No, not at all. Although anything that you do set up on this automatically transfers to the Podio mobile app. So everything that's in Podio is immediately available on your phone or your tablet.
Oh,
so
that's awesome.
without any extra work. So we're going to create a little leads app, which, again, if we use the analogy to an Excel, this is kind of like a tab on our spreadsheet for our leads. We don't need to do anything else except set a nice icon, which maybe we'll use a little planet, and click Create. It's going to bring us up with a really simple field or set of fields that we can just pick up and drag and drop over. So we're going to call this our lead name, so the person that we're talking to.
Okay.
We're going to add a little status field. Just say new, working, qualified, or disqualify. So we're setting up a little lead qualification process now.
Wow. And they don't see this.
No,
This is
not
not
at
part of the form.
No,
Okay.
they'll only see the fields that we want them to enter.
Cool,
In fact,
got
what
it.
we'll even call that is just full name. We're going to add some other stuff in here to help us manage it. So we're going to call this a signee, and this is someone in our business who's going to be tasked with actually processing this lead.
Right, okay.
We're going to add an inquiry. This will make a little bit more sense in a moment. We'll put a date in there.
Okay, you're essentially thinking about all the different pieces that you need behind the scenes when you're capturing a lead.
Exactly. So if you think at a high level concept, what do we need to know about our lead so that we can sell to them more effectively? If you keep that as your core process, you could set up a whole range of fields in here which pose certain questions. And to give you one example, I might even... we'll leave it there for now. I'll start simple and grow it from there.
Okay.
So we'll just click done.
I'm seeing even more cool stuff there on the left-hand side.
Oh, it's you can go pretty far down the rabbit
Yeah,
hole.
you
If you
can.
need that extra level of power, it's there. You can either keep it
Wow.
really simple, or you can go pretty crazy with it.
Wow. I just saw that advanced calculation and I'm thinking, wow,
Yes.
you could really go deep.
You can go very, very deep. It's a pretty powerful product when you uncover the layers like an onion.
Oh my. Well, we're just going to peel a few layers off today.
Yeah, just a few layers.
We're not going to go too far.
Not going to go too far. So we've really quickly run up a little leads app, and if we were just to add a lead to this ourselves, we could just call it Jim Bob. So this is like adding a row to our spreadsheet.
Yep. Pretty much half my family is called Jim Bob, so that's really resonates with me.
really helpful.
From the country.
We'll assign it to ourselves.
I'm just kidding, family.
Going to get plenty of hate mail from that one. So this is perhaps Jim Bob's given us a phone call. We've just put his name in, assigned it to someone in our team, the date that we created it, and we've captured his email, which might be jim@bob.com. And we'll save that. Now, if you recall in the first episode, we've got the comments here, so we can now collaborate with our team and maybe mention our team and say, hey, could you look up this guy on LinkedIn and enter some more details? We can assign tasks for people to follow up Jim Bob, to go and do some activities, and I guess generally collaborate as a team on this particular lead. But it goes into our system as a row, and we're going to make this look like a little process. So we've got our sales status along the top.
Oh, I see what you mean by status now.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Okay.
So we can now, I said it would make more sense when we get it and take a look at it. Now we can pick him up and drag him through a set of stages. Okay,
and it's completely customized.
Totally customized. And as I said, the more you know about your leads, the better you can sell to.
To continue enjoying this presentation, download BRiN, the world's first business advisor in your pocket. To find out more, visit BRiN.ai or search the App Store today.